keep a sharp watch here. Let's go. Ella.
My lamb, you've been gone so long.
Brasidas is dead.
No.
Deimos killed him in battle.
And what of my son?
Cleon fired an arrow into Deimos's back. Wound didn't look fatal. He could still be alive.
Malakas, Cleon. I'll kill him with my bare hands.
It's done, Mater. I already sent that snake to the Styx.
My family. You're all I have left.
Mater, there's something I need to do. I need to go to Mount Taygetos, where it all began. My whole life has been spent fighting and running. Running from my past, fighting to forget. I can't do this anymore.
My heart was shattered on that mountain.
I need to put that night behind me, once and for all.
I'm coming with you.
This is where everything changed. It's like...
Alexios!
On the edge of the world, a mother calls out to her child. Touching.
Alexios. Please.
You use that name as if it means something to me.
It's the name your father and I gave you.
Was that before or after you brought me to this mountain to die?
It was the cult! I tried to save you! I did everything! The priest told me you were dead!
And they told me you abandoned your son!
Alexios, come to me. We are your family. We can go home.
Family? Home? My sword is my family. The battlefield is my home.
I told you, Mater. He's beyond reason.
Beyond reason? Is that what you told Mater? Why didn't you tell her the truth?
And what truth is that?
That I'm the chosen one. I'm the one with a destiny. I will bring order to this world. You're nothing but a mercenary with a broken spear.
You don't have a destiny! You are just a tool used by the cult!
I'm glad you said that. Since we first met, I've been trying to figure out what you are to me. You're a weed, trying to choke and destroy everything I've planted. And you know the best way to kill a weed is at the root.
Alexios?
When I was little, I found a lion cub trapped in a snare. My friend tried to free it. That's when I heard the deadly growl of its mother. I watched as the lioness tore my friend to bloody shreds. Even in the world of beasts, a family protects its young!
I loved you! I still love you.
The one you love is dead. My destiny is clear. And I won't let you get in my way.
Alexios? Listen to me. You are my brother. I tried to protect you once, and I failed. I will not fail again. This belonged to our grandfather.
You're home now.
I've done terrible things.
We all have, Alexios.
I know.
Cassandra! Wait. Thank you.
You've seen it yourself. The future belongs to us now. Old gods and new be praised.
Cassandra, it was never supposed to be like this. Decades ago, a group of people gathered together to uphold a theory which they believed could control the universe. That the world functioned in equal parts, order and disorder. But some fell lovingly into the wicked arms of chaos, and the cult of Cosmos was born. They abused their power, casting the Greek world into eternal war. One you were created to stop. In destroying the cult, you have done what I could not. You are a hero, but this imbalance comes with a price, my child. For without chaos, there is supreme order, a loss of progression and freedom. But there is still hope. Hope in you. Hope in the future you will bring. We must fix the mistakes of the past. Use the staff. Repair the rift in the universe. The world depends on you, Cassandra. You need to be the hero again.
So, you've seen it too then. It's beautiful, isn't it?
What are you doing here?
You killed the last member of the cult. Well, just about.
What?
It's true. I was their leader, but only for a moment it seemed. When your brother came along, it changed everything we were aiming for.
You agreed with them? The fucking cult?
The powers that be in the Greek world weren't doing things the right way. The cult just wanted a clean slate.
By way of corruption! Dirty drachmae! They killed people in a war they made themselves!
Fueling war was one of the methods, yes. But it was controlled. Until suddenly it wasn't. And then I didn't like what we were doing anymore.
Malaka! So you were after us?
Not you, your bloodline. People like Leonidas, like you, have always posed a threat. Then we met and you surprised me. You were nothing like Demos.
Why not just use me? I was in the palm of your hand.
You made me optimistic that you could help me bring down the cult that had become so corrupt. And you did, albeit unknowingly.
You're all the same. Selfish and fucking destructive.
It was different in the beginning. It wasn't about destruction. It was about redirection.
I just don't understand. What about this pyramid? How does it work? Why does the cult have it?
I've been trying to figure out all of that myself. It's as much of a mystery to you as it is to me. This pyramid has been worshipped by the cult for decades, and we have used it to replace the Oracle of Delphi, the most trusted person in all the Greek world. Using the people's reliance on a pantheon of dead gods would help to reshape humanity in our favor. The pyramid holds a mysterious power to see into time. But only certain people can activate it. People like Demos, and the ones in your bloodline.
But you've seen something too.
I don't know how or why, but it did show me something.
What did you see?
I saw you. In the vision, you destroyed the pyramid and you destroyed the cult. I saw what would come after.
After the cult?
We will be replaced by a new kind of order. Control under the reign of a philosopher king. There will be a movement away from the old gods toward rational society, built in a kingdom by the people, for the people. And I must find someone to lead them. But I couldn't achieve any of this with a cult and a chaotic regime. So I let them carry out their plans, and let the time of the cult of Cosmos come to an end on its own.
Wait. Did Pericles know?
I wanted to protect him, so I kept him in the dark. He would have had his own opinions, but he was never supposed to die. That is the truth.
He trusted you. And in the end, you didn't protect him. Maybe he would be alive if you'd stopped them.
Gods know I would have if I could. When Demos killed him, I knew the original cause was lost. I had to retreat.
So, what happens now?
We shift focus. We steer towards a new republic under one supreme rule. A dream I'll make a reality.
But it is still a dream. One that isn't realistic.
Abandon what you know and just imagine. Forget democracy. No more blue and red. Just citizens working for a greater good.
This is crazy. It won't work, Aspasia. It didn't work.
It's not crazy. It's enlightened. Once people in Athens get wind of this, they'll come to know they've wanted it all along. Even you.
I'm not sure.
You've spent your whole life thinking for yourself. Let go. What I plan will require you to trust me. Come with me. This future's not a dream.
You should go. Lead your new republic.
I won't be the leader. We need someone with the knowledge of a philosopher and the wisdom of a king.
That's a tall order these days.
I couldn't have done this without you, Cassandra. You're doing the right thing.
I always try to do what's right.
Then we're after the same thing.
Cassandra, there is much left to do now.
I can weather any storm.
They're building new barracks. They didn't hear about it. Apparently this one is now the treatment.
είναι στρατεία εξεγύμναζον τους αρίστους.
Sometimes the face we show to the world needs to be one of strength, despite the chaos we harbor beneath.
There's more to being the best than pure strength.
That's an excuse for the weak.
I'll show you who's weak.
Well, at least the family is all together.
I'll get more wine.
Well, that wasn't so bad, was it?
I can't believe I have a family again.
The gods work in mysterious ways. You never know what they have planned.
I don't think the gods can take credit for this one, Varnavas.
An urn is only as strong as its potter, Cassandra.
Urns are pretty easy to break.
Just remember, no matter who surrounds you, I'll be there. And the others are waiting for us on the ship.
Right behind you.
Καταδικαστέ ημίνε και αξίες του τραγώνου θεά.
I should watch my step around here.
Είναι καπιστοί ηχθείς εσύ εντόπιοι, που χίλιοι άριστοι χαλκίδες.
Restricted area!
The gates are shut. No trade can come or go. And an army of Spartans waits for its prey.
Behold, I've kept myself alive.
It was the one job I gave you, Socrates. I knew you could handle it.
I would have attempted it even if you hadn't told me to.
It's not as easy as it seems, staying alive. There's not many of us left.
Then let's pay tribute to them. Though they aren't here now, they were here once. Come with me. My opinion on death is a nebulous one, because I know nothing about it. Therefore, I know I shouldn't be afraid.
I'm not afraid either.
Many are, because they don't know what death holds for them. One can only trust that the gods know for certain.
Phoebe. She never got to be a little girl. I talked to her like she was already grown up.
Which you did out of respect for her. Question your choices, Cassandra, but never doubt them.
Thank you for giving her the burial she deserved.
There are countless others here in Elysium. The blessed have earned that eternal happiness. One of them is our great Pericles.
Athens owes him a debt for all he's done.
They didn't call him the first citizen of Athens for nothing. A man of many contributions, but also a private man.
If only he had shared his burden.
We only knew him as he presented himself to be, but who's to say that wasn't his true self?
This war has taken so many. Even Brasidas fell.
Maybe so, but as a Spartan, he fulfilled his duty and died on the battlefield.
I helped him all I could. He was my friend.
Your survival avenges him. He will be honored as a hero.
The people will remember how we brought down Cleon.
I heard Cleon was found on the beach. Massacred, no less.
It was no worse than what he would have done to his own people. I had to follow through.
Either way, let him spend his eternity in Tartarus for what he has done. And be certain, our friends wait for us in the light.
I drink to that.
Who am I to say no?
Well, this has supplied me with plenty of new material for my next play. Cassandra killed the monger as an act of espionage. That's exciting. Write a scene like that.
There's been no love scene yet. Let me provide that inspiration now.
Beauty is short-lived. You may as well use it, Alcibiades.
And to that, I raise my drink.
To us, who have persisted through everything, And to those who wanted to persist.
A tribute as good as your singing.
And to the gods.
Now, dear teacher, I think you should whisk me away for our private lesson.
I'm afraid I haven't had enough wine for that, Alcibiades.
Then someone fill his cup.
I sometimes feel like we've spent as much time at sea as on land.
You may be right. We've traveled a lot together.
I think it may be time I set off on my own.
I knew it'd happen one day, but I wish it didn't have to.
I know. We've been through far more than most people will ever experience in their lives. But even so, it will be a weird feeling.
It will take some getting used to. Well, where should I take you?
The docks near Athens should do. There are some others I'd like to say goodbye to as well.
I'm sure they'll be sorry to see you go. To Athens.
I sometimes pinch myself to make sure that I'm awake, and that all we went through truly happened.
With your writings, it won't soon be forgotten either.
The world will be better knowing. My mind is flooded with the memories of all we experienced.
Do you have a favorite?
How could I possibly decide? You opened my eyes to so much, uncovered so many secrets and mysteries that will change the course of the world. Your spear, and all it suggests. Atlantis, the cult.
None of those things are mine alone to take credit for. You were there through it all.
How could I ignore what was so clearly in front of me?
You couldn't. Which is why you have as much of a claim to all we did.
I wonder what the great Eagle Bearer will remember best from this journey.
We've been through a lot, but I'm not sure anything will ever match Atlantis.
To think, we're some of the only people to know of its existence, of your true father.
Which you promised you'd keep to yourself.
Of course, of course.
You may be leaving, but I'll find you if I have to.
I guess this is it. As much as I'll miss our conversations, this is where our paths diverge.
Where is your path taking you now?
To Thuri.
What's waiting for you there?
That's the exciting part. I have no idea.
You know what? I'm not sure anyone loves the unknown as much as you.
It only stays that way until someone cares enough to make it known. In Thuri, that someone will be me.
Will I see you again?
Our paths may cross once more, and I hope they do. If that comes to pass after all, it likely means something big is following, close behind.
Then I hope our adventures are nowhere near complete. never been great at saying goodbye.
To do so is to impart a sense of finality. And we have no way of knowing if this truly is goodbye.
Good luck in your travels, Herodotus. I can't wait to hear what you get yourself into.
I'll share my stories with you, so long as you bring some new ones of your own.
Haha, I can do that.
Care to visit paradise, Mystios?
Paradise? Does the boat go to Elysium?
Oh, to Corfu Island. A land with no work and all play. A vacation destination.
Vacation? What's that?
Oh, a state of mind where your only responsibility is to get much-needed rest. It's a new concept.
It does sound tempting.
There are no clearer waters than off the coast of Corfu.
How about soldiers? Criminals? People. That's who I really need a break from.
If there are, they're too busy relaxing. Can I interest you in today's passage?
It's just what I need. Vacation. For a couple of days, at least.
Ah, then step aboard! Your next destination, bliss.
Cassandra! What are you doing out there?
What does it look like? I'm on vacation.
You've been in the sun too long. You're more bronze than an urn. Come down here.
Nonsense. I'm taking in the air. Much needed rest. Okay, bye.
What if I told you, a mythical treasure awaits, huh? What say you then?
Nothing I haven't heard before.
Well, but an expert like you will find it in no time. The Adrestia needs a tune-up, and I could use the drachmi. Help an old friend.
Right. For all time's sake.
All right. Just keep your heat-ons on.
Not as quick on her feet anymore, is she?
Hey!
What's all this about treasure?
Only the most exciting thing to happen to you in ages!
I've had enough excitement for a lifetime.
This was the last place we thought to look for you on Corfu. What have you been doing all on your own?
Nothing, dear Herodotus. And I've had the time of my life. Napping in the day, stargazing at night, and as much wine as I can swallow.
That's quite unlike you.
The old Cassandra, maybe. But the new Cassandra?
has never felt better.
Not retiring, are you?
If only that were an option. No more trouble, no more fighting. I wonder if that's even possible.
I've never seen you with a face so sour. Come on now. Everybody loves treasure.
I'm not really in the mood. I'm a little preoccupied.
Not in the mood? Now you're definitely not acting like yourself.
What's so bad about that? I'm fine. Really, I just needed to be alone for a while. To think about what's become of my life and to get away from everyone. No offense.
None taken.
It's true. The burdens you've carried have been heavy.
If anyone can shoulder them, it's Cassandra. You just need a little distraction from the weight. Say you'll do it. Come on the hunt. For the Adrestia. For me.
All right. We'll hunt for treasure. To put some drachmi in your pocket.
That's our Mistios! Oh, the loot will be enough for a whole new ship! Legends say there are delicate linens woven by goddesses, ancient scrolls, one-of-a-kind wares from a far-off land!
Let's not get too carried away, Barnabas.
Oh, right. I won't spoil any surprises. You'll find clues around the island that will lead to treasures beyond imagination.
If it's so legendary, I'm surprised no one's found it yet.
They've tried for hundreds of years! Well, less than that, but no one has discovered it. Not until we do today.
We'll see. The only thing this island has a lot of is sand. And pirates. I'll go get my gear. With all my old things here, I'm starting to forget about them. All the people I've met, it's like they follow me around. Physically and in my head. This sculptor had nothing on Phidias. I can't look at the spear without thinking of Brasidas. Hoping to not need these for a while. If you want the opposite of a vacation, try Sparta. I haven't looked at this letter since Alcibiades sent it to me. Months ago. Time to get back in shape. do it. Let's see about these clues.
No! It's caught! Ah!
The very intriguing, riveting clues are waiting for you.
Barnabas, careful.
What? Too much?
This must be the first clue.
Wait, who wrote this? Messy, like it was scrawled on a bobbing ship. Just like the hand of Varnavas.
Legendary treasure, eh? Seems more like Varnavas and Herodotus thought I was on vacation too long. Those two. All right, boys. Where do you want me to go next? Actors playing pirates. Nice touch. Those two outdid themselves.
What did you find there, Miss Dios?
Let's make this a good fight for our audience, shall we?
Die! He would be your
Oh! Get over here, on the double!
Not a bad performance. Have you all acted before?
We know you know.
What do I know?
The treasure. Don't lie. You were sniffing around.
Yes, that's what people do when they're on treasure hunts.
We'll find it first. Mark my words.
I'm guessing that wasn't a play fight.
There's no playing when those kinds of riches are at stake.
But those clues were written by Herodotus and Varnavas, weren't they?
What clues?
What?
What? How do you know about the letter of the treasure hunter?
Wait. Let's start over. There is very real treasure on Corfu Island, isn't there?
Don't matter. Not when you'll never see it. You'll be locked in there for the rest of your miserable days.
We'll see about that. Where's my gear?
I'm going to break you!
Charge! Now you die!
won't ask any questions. Let's keep out of sight.
Hold it right there! Now you die!
Dead, I think. Let me check. Just die!
Here we are. It's in Greek, but also not. Hope Herodotus can read this.
Spadasir, player! The gods will not forget your actions.
I could do this all day!
You're alive!
I suppose now you'll tell me your treasure hunt wasn't real.
Barnabas thought you needed some more adventure in your life.
I know you. You're just like me. You live to see the next port, so to speak. I thought it'd do you some good to feel needed again.
You two must have really missed me to go to all this trouble.
Of course we did. We all love wine, but drinking all on your lonesome? You can't blame us for being a little worried.
A few of our clues still remain on the island if you want to find them. To humor us.
We put a lot of work into those. Hope a pirate doesn't find them first.
Speaking of clues, real clues, I found this letter.
Ah, this is written in an ancient Dorian dialect. I can read parts, but it's not spoken. And most of its stories have died with its speakers. Remarkable.
What does it mean?
I don't exactly know, but it alludes to a story I heard once. It told of a sunken key in a temple off the coast of Corfu, near a small island.
Aha! Oh, keys always unlock something. Our hunt isn't over yet. Thank the gods.
A sunken key. That doesn't narrow it down when you're surrounded by water.
You were a little reluctant at first, huh? But now, this is for real. The three of us will make history!
It's not exactly the break I had in mind. I came here to get away from everything, remember?
But
we're involved now, whether I like it or not.
Oh, that's the spirit! Where to?
I believe an old colleague of mine, a professor, lives on the island. He may be able to translate the letter's true meaning. I'll see what he knows in Korkirapolis.
I'll meet you there. Barnabas, you take him. I'm sure the pirates will be looking for that letter.
Affirmative! Then I'll head to the port. Oh, you wouldn't believe the triremes built out of Corfu!
So this is turning into Barnabas's vacation, is it?
ανεθίδατος.
Ορώσε!
Near a small island off the coast of Corfu. I must be close to the sunken quay. Must be near here. This is it. Now to meet the Rovados at the professor's house. Hope they found what this key unlocks.
Kiran voithia to. You saved me! Thank you!
I'll see you! Stop right there!
I hope you enjoy your
No, no, no!
Why?
Είναι μεταξύ των σιτίων και η της αποθήκης.
Stop running! It's time! You won't survive! Prepare to meet You're stronger!
Better stay hidden.
What are you doing here?
This is going to be
Looks like they were dragged north of the city. Look. What happened here? Where are they? Maybe I can find something useful.
Keep your distance, Mistio. Now you get time to fight! You'll die here!
Έναν εξάδελφο.
No wonder this sandal broke. It was hardly held together. It must have come from a poor area of Corfu.
Something's blocking this. This is it.
Τι παραμένει είναι λιμένας και αγορά.
A rusted sword. Only a pirate would use a blade like this. They must have attacked them here.
Και δεν αντιλαμβανόμεθα ότι
Sailors use this kind of rope. It's poor quality, so not the type used by soldiers.
δίνουμε να αποπληρούν τους στόχους. Εξίσου το συναλλάσσουν τους στόχους.
Μετέβη μπροστά την εχθές και μη είπε τα σχημάσει τη μάση. Αναβιβάσατο το δάνεισμα επί δεύτερον και μέρος της
Πολύ ολβέ, πολύ στυλιτήρα κακό. I should try to stay out of sight.
Is there something you need? to see you.
Είδα την άδεια να ανεβρύνσει η φλασκία, είναι ωραία. Μηδενός ανεβρύνεις.
Έχουμε κατά μονοπόλιο
Μάλλον το αίμα αυτό λέγω, μάλλον αυτό.
I need to stay hidden.
Hey, can you get me out? By a bit of free at last. My thanks.
Παβέ, τούτους τους όρνους μαστιγού, ακαταφάυστος μαστιγού.
Λέγω αυτό. Ευρέτη την ασχολία.
Ουέ, μη ποιήσεις με εκτός ομιλής.
Γιατί διαιωνίζομεν τους μύθους, διασώζονται ούτι να αναμνηστόμεν τους εαυτούς.
Hey, πάψαν του δε!
Stay back!
Victory!
You can't defeat me!
This must be the place. I'll check the warehouse.
This better be the place.
Not here. But there sure is a lot of marble. Maybe the pirates smuggle it out of the quarry. It's worth a try.
Come on.
Quarry. I hope I find them here.
Help! Help! I mean, you're dead.
That body. No. No, it can't be. Is that Herodotus? I'll come back for you. Thank the gods it wasn't Herodotus. I have to find him.
There's Illuminus. I need to free him.
Behind you!
You want your friend to live? Hand it over!
I don't know what you're talking about.
He's a storyteller, Mistios. He squealed like a hog. I want that key.
You have plenty of bounty around the island. Why this treasure?
Ha! Some treasure hunter you are. The most famous of all treasure hunters plundered the most valuable goods known to mortal man and hid them on Corfu. His name was lost to time, but his tale survived. He hid it away for the day his son would become a hunter like him and find the clues he left behind. But the fool died as only fools do, and the treasure turned to legend until now. The key, or he dies. That's the button.
Take it.
No! You don't know what the treasure contains!
Ha ha! Have at them, boys!
Hold your head and die! Don't worry,
Give me your purse!
That's impossible!
Respotted the target!
It's another artifact? You go
You want its power, don't you? I see the greed in your eyes. You'll only take this from my cold, dead hands.
dead. This can't be right. My spears never felt like this. Where did Herodotus go? And what happened to Varnavas?
Keeper, do you hear me?
Alethea? Is that you?
We need to talk.
Varnavas! How did you find us?
It's a little morbid, but I followed the trail of bodies and it brought me here. I tried to follow the pirates who took Herodotus, but I couldn't quite keep up.
Are you both all right?
Never mind that. Did you see that star shoot across the island? A sign from the gods, no doubt.
Not a star, Barnabas. An artifact. The letter spoke of a gold object among the treasure, so powerful, it turns men into their darkest fears.
Or into monsters. Literally and metaphorically. I've fought them myself.
Surely you're joking.
I've dealt with these artifacts before. They're as dangerous as the letter said.
What mythical power! Who knows what this one's capable of?
It breaks spears, for one thing.
Are you sure? It looks like the same spear of Leonidas to me.
Trust me, something's off.
I'm sure it's fine. Allow me to fix it. I know ships aren't spears, but sea captains are good handymen.
I appreciate the thought, but I know my spear. It's nothing like a ship.
I can't help but feel like this whole mess is my fault.
Don't. I'll go see what can be done, and I'll find you two later.
Good. Why don't we go see those waterfalls you were telling me about, Barnabas?
Ah, yes. I have not yet paid my respects to Asopus. He's god of the river here, and won't be pleased with all our hubbub.
Stay safe. No more pirates.
Keeper.
Where do I go?
The tomb of Phaeax, hidden in ruins. Come alone. Go west of the waterfalls. Go to the north. We'll meet there.
North. This is the place Alethea mentioned. Now, to find a way in. With my spear broken, I'd better be careful.
What?
The followers of Ares did this. Ruthless. Ah, snakes. Better watch out. This far and still not hidden enough. Who knows how deep this tomb goes? she be? I must be close by now.
Alicia?
You found me, Keeper.
Why all the secrecy?
A precaution. Mortal eyes can't see what I have to show you.
Well, before you do, I don't know what happened. I went to take an artifact like I've done before, and... Can you fix it?
Unfortunately, I cannot.
There must be a way. My grandfather's spear
Is most likely useless. The spear of Leonidas was overwhelmed by the issue energies it held. Some force in the artifact must have pushed it to its limits.
So it's gone. After all it's done for me.
I'm afraid so. But your powers are not limited to the spear. Your oath as keeper of the staff makes your destiny much more complex. Let me show you.
What am I looking at, exactly?
The world, the planet Earth where you live, and on it are all its people, good and bad, innocent and knowing, peaceful and violent. These are the places where you will find the world's issue artifacts. They lie hidden, for now.
There's more of them? Who put them there?
They aren't there without reason, but we aren't always wise to the why and who. They serve a mysterious purpose.
What are you saying?
There is a task that lies ahead for the Keeper of the Staff, if you are willing to take it. A task that will take the rest of your mortal life. Undisturbed, the artifacts are no threat, but if found by the wrong kind, human life may be destroyed.
So, my spear has no power, and I have to leave the world I know to find more of the things that took it away? Things that turn people to monsters?
Yes, to stop more monsters from existing.
You're asking for way too much. Do you know how tired I am? Every day exhausts me. Show me no more.
I only show you to prepare you for potential destiny. You know what can happen if the artifacts find their way to mortal hands.
Look, I came to you to have my spear fixed. If you can't do that, then I'm leaving.
You know their power, Keeper. Their potential. Humanity does not.
I didn't ask for this. Maybe I don't want to live forever. Don't I get a say in my own fate? Forget you, and forget the artifacts. I'm leaving.
Consider what I've said.
So my spear is broken, and I'm being asked to find countless artifacts around the world. Forever. Happy vacation, Cassandra. This is too much. How could I ever explain this to Herodotus and Varnavas? They'd never understand. What to say when I find them? Be careful not to get spotted.
Cassandra, we have a problem.
Where's Varnavas?
He took off alone to find the object that broke your spear.
What? Has he gone mad?
I tried to explain to him it would be fruitless, but he wouldn't listen. He thought finding it was the answer.
You should have stopped him! Do you understand what that thing can do?
He wanted to help.
So he does that, instead of staying out of trouble? I have to find it before Varnavas does. Malaka! Find you, Varnavas. What were you thinking going after it?
Up. Off we go now.
This area will be well defended.
The artifact definitely landed here, but no sign of Varnavas. Let's take a look around.
No, you die! Without honor! I hate birds!
You'll meet Hades this day. Say goodbye to your limbs.
These bodies are badly burned. What happened? These footprints. Were pirates chasing Varnavas? They go in this direction. Blood. Let's hope Varnavas isn't hurt. This broken sword didn't belong to Varnavas, so that's a good sign. No doubt something bad happened here. But which way did they go? Blood leads this way. Whoever's wounded may be in that cave. You were the wounded one. If they're regrouping at the village, that's where I'm headed next. Something's going on over there. Varnavas must be hiding. Or what if the pirates got him? I need to take them down.
Got to stop jumping at every good thing.
I thought I'd die.
For glory! Let me cut that grin off!
μαστιγού. Τα καταπάνω μαστιγού. Ουέ, μη πει.
You saved my life! Hey!
For you! This is the end of you! It's easier if you just die. The final mistake.
The gods have brought you to me, Mystios. I am forever grateful.
Who here can tell me what happened?
A man was here. He tore up our farm.
Not one man. 10, 20.
One at a time. What did he look like?
He was a one-eyed madman. Nothing he touched was safe.
He burned my crops!
No! He was over there, destroying my stall!
He was everywhere.
All right.
Cassandra, I believe it's true.
Varnavas found the artifact.
If the letter was right, this object has the power to corrupt its holder beyond recognition.
It is true. I've looked into the eyes of the monsters they make. The people inside won't come back. They can't come back.
And the artifact? How could we possibly take it away from the very beast it's created?
I don't know. There has to be some way.
But if he's too far gone...
I can't think that far ahead. Not yet.
What can we do?
I have to find Varnavas before it's too late.
But the pirates are after him. Soldiers would kill him for the damage he's caused.
I have to try. I won't let it take him.
Follow his chaos. It seems like he headed towards Cassiope. Hurry!
I saw him run to the temple. The man everyone's looking for.
What? What's that? there was something.
Secure the temple! Don't let that madman escape!
You'll be with Hades! I will kill you quick!
You're done now! Just die!
This was a bad idea!
I've got you!
Your time is near, Missio.
I can't let you...
I saw him running the temple. The man everyone's looking for.
I should stay hidden if I don't want to fight.
Great and powerful Zeus, I am not well. Call your son Apollo. Cure me of this madness. I will do anything.
Barnabas!
Cassandra! Oh, Cassandra, you have to help me. Something's very wrong.
I know, Barnabas, I know. You have to give me the artifact.
I'm scared.
I know you are. Just hand it over, all right?
But...
It's causing you to act this way. If you give me the artifact, everything will be okay.
But it protects me! It's the only thing that keeps me safe!
I know you're still in there. Can't you see what it's doing to you?
With this, I don't have to be afraid anymore! I've been a weakling and a coward, and now I'm as powerful as a god!
The real you would never say that. Give it to me!
It is mine!
Stop! I don't want to hurt you!
I know your weakness lies not in your brawn, but your heart. No, please! Do not kill me. I surrender. Please.
It's not the real you!
You once saved me. Remember, Cassandra? That's where our journey began. Don't end it now.
Stop it!
Oh gods, let me not be killed. Let Cassandra spare me.
Forgive me, Barnabas. I have to weaken it. I have to keep going. They're not real. They're not real.
I'm so weak. Please, don't hurt me.
I won't hurt you. Just give me the artifact.
Help me, please. Who am I? What's become of me?
You're Barnabas, my friend. If you keep it, you'll be someone else forever.
You are no friend. You are going to leave me as soon as you have it. I will not let fear take me.
Don't make me do this.
That is precisely what I will make you do. Unless you are the one who is afraid.
Barnabas!
That's going to leave a mark. Oh, no question.
Did it hurt you?
It got me, all right, but I won't lose it. Thank the gods. Whoever heard of a man with one arm and one eye? Though I am slightly embarrassed, I really thought I was on to something there.
What were you thinking going after the artifact? How could you be so stupid? Who cares about your arm when you could have died?
At least my intentions were good.
You have no idea what almost happened. I almost killed you.
Oh, don't worry. I'm as sturdy as a military ship.
Listen to me. I'm immortal. Get it? You are not. You make mistakes, and you die. Gone. And you leave everyone else to deal with it.
Immortal?
Truly immortal?
Yes. Immortal. Surprise.
I knew you had the god's touch!
Everyone I love, I have to leave behind. And I almost had to leave you. Forever.
Cassandra, it is the mortal way. We all go when the gods say so, and I eagerly await an afterlife of calm seas and bottomless crab cakes.
It's not funny.
Maybe not. But did we ever have fun today? That's what matters, eh? We don't know how long we have the present, but it's a gift as good as gold.
Gold. You did take me on a treasure hunt after all.
And all I got was a busted arm.
Let's get you patched up.
Keeper, see for yourself. You are a protector of men, an intermediary of our world and theirs. Your journey will take you to lands of kings, queens, and conquerors, over water and through fire, into revolution and rebellion. But your presence will mean peace, Keeper. Take up this task, for them and for yourself.
That's one treasure hunt over. But there's still another one out there. Maybe I should look for Herodotus and Barnabas' clues.
Well, you can't say I wasn't successful in getting Cassandra out of her funk.
Out of my funk, but into a lot more trouble.
Oops! Did I already apologize for that?
Coming to Corfu, I had no inkling that we would get caught up in a tale of legendary treasure.
They say life gets dull without surprises.
Now, that's a reason to cheers!
And to you, Icaros.
Yes. We all have but one life to lead. We have to do the most with it.
One life? Speak for yourself.
You're right, Barnabas. Heroes like Cassandra will live on in the stories and legends of their triumphs. They live forever.
Listen, I want you two to know I'll be leaving soon. To travel across waters I've never dreamed of crossing. And I don't know when I'll be back.
You're leaving? Again? Where? Why?
I'll go wherever I'm needed in the world. I can't run from my responsibilities. Someone, I mean, something, tells me my journey's not over yet.
We couldn't possibly keep you for ourselves. Though you'll be everywhere in my writings, that's for certain.
I'm honored. Maybe you could give me one of your manuscripts, Herodotus. I'm sure even those from far-off lands would love to read it.
Don't trouble yourself. These lands will do for now. But if you're serious, a storyteller is always prepared. Take it, but feel no need to share it. It's for you.
I have something for you too.
No. The spear.
You knew what it was the moment you met me. But I've outgrown it. It's yours now. Careful. It's still sharp.
I'll cherish it forever.
Well, though I'm not one to refuse a gift, the gift of friendship is enough for me.
You only want friendship? I guess I'll need to find another second-in-command for my trip.
Me? Traveling the world? With you?
If you'll have me as your captain.
I don't know how much longer these old bones can hoist a sail. But
I'll go as far as I can. The Adrestia is yours.
What will be your first stop, Cassandra?
I don't know. What I do know is that I need a new weapon. Egypt has always fascinated me.
Ah, one of my favorite places. Let me tell you one of my best stories.
Everyone will read your words, Herodotus.